From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
Right now in the Afternoon Edition, breaking developments in the court case for the man accused of murdering Cash App founder Bob Lee. Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Yamamoto.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. Accused killer Nima Momeni has a new attorney. We can confirm that Sam Zangane has replaced Paula Canny to lead his defense. Canny filed a motion with the court stating she withdrew because of a conflict of interest. She did not go into what exactly it was, but said it came up after she was hired.
How could I ethically represent somebody ever that I had a conflict of interest at the beginning? Do you understand? I would be disbarred for doing that. And the thing is, it is super interesting, but I'm not ever going to tell you.
Momeni had waived his right to have a preliminary hearing within 10 court days. He spoke for himself in court this morning. A new court date has been set for June 13th. Momeni is currently being held without bail.
Well, new video at noon showing disgraced Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes reporting to prison. This video shot through the bars of the federal women's prison camp in Bryan, Texas. Holmes was sentenced to 11 years for defrauding investors. She is appealing her sentence. And breaking news in the sports world, longtime general manager Bob Myers will step down. That move announced during an interview with ESPN. The Danville native was the architect of the roster that brought 4 NBA titles to the Bay Area. Myers will hold an end-of-the-season news conference this afternoon.
And there will be a new team in San Francisco working to help people living on the city's streets. It's called HEART, and it will be run by the group Urban Alchemy, who already has a contract with the city. To start, there will be 4 teams of 5 people. They will respond to non-emergency calls in the city. The goal will be to help with immediate needs like giving them clothes and food. They will also work to get them access to city services. Now, this was all part of a bigger announcement today from the mayor of a 5-year strategic plan to address homelessness.
And state funding, FEMA funding, all those things that we enjoyed are drying up. So despite that, we've been able to protect 500 beds, and we're adding 600 more shelter beds specifically. So that is when the folks of Urban Alchemy are out there working with folks, the homeless outreach team out there working with people, they need to be able to offer people something.
The mayor says current policy restrictions have left money meant for homeless services unspent. She's introducing an ordinance that would give the Board of Supervisors more flexibility in how to spend money coming in from places such as the recently passed Measure C.
On Thursday, we expect to hear more specifics from San Francisco Mayor London Breed on how she plans to boost spending on public safety in her budget proposal. The mayor's goal is to hire 200 more police officers over the next 2 years. She also plans to continue pouring millions of dollars into the Community Ambassadors program. And one of those programs, Urban Alchemy, recently added a new female team, all dressed in pink. And our Lauren Toms introduces us to 2 members of the Love Team who are using their personal experiences to try and make a difference on the streets.
Nearly every morning, Jules and Irisha use their own money to buy a dozen donuts. They share with anyone who wants one. It's their approach to cleaning up the streets of San Francisco.
We're going to turn that 3 into 12 and that 3 into 12. Always get to a person's heart through their stomach. Yep. That's how you get to the heart. You go through the stomach.
The pair met just weeks ago, but described themselves as long-lost sisters. Today, they're tasked with leading the first all-female team of Urban Alchemy, aimed directly at helping women and victims of domestic violence. But their arms are open to all.
They know how they feel, and it makes me want to help them because I want them to do good too, you know?
Because you are them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You've come to this state and started all the way over, you know, and look at where you're at.
There's nothing this team can't do that another Urban Alchemy team could, Irisha says, as her team races to help a man who had fallen out of a wheelchair. The key difference, she says, is tapping into their maternal instincts, using empathy to give others purpose.
I think that could make a difference in a person's life. Right. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You know, you got people that walk past every day. There's one person that walks past me every day. I say, hey, good morning. They don't speak back. But what about that one day I don't say, hey, good morning? That could be the day that they're dependent on that.
She spent 15 years on the streets of San Francisco and in and out of jail. She uses this to connect with the very people who were in shoes she once stood.
A lot of women, especially when you're dealing with women with trauma, A lot of people are afraid to deal with certain people because there's a trust thing there, right? So, but if I'm a woman and I get approached by another woman, I might be a little bit more receptive and a little bit more understanding, and I won't feel as defensive like somebody's trying to hurt me.
Self-reported statistics show a silver lining. According to the organization, in the last year, its employees have reported 45,000 de-escalation interventions, the task they're known for the most. Irisha says in the first few days of their post near the Human Services Agency, the difference was visible.
See, a lot of these people have forgotten that there are people that care about them. And so when you know somebody cares about you, that can give you a motivation out of this world.
For Irisha, she says the work is more valuable than the $13 donuts. Payment, in her words, like the gold at the end of the rainbow.
And the city has awarded Urban Alchemy $33 million in contracts. The group says in the last 12 months, they've also reversed 134 overdoses, cleaned up more than 78,000 needles, and filled up more than 41,000 bags of trash.
All right, let's take a quick break from the news and head to our weather. It looks like it's a pretty nice day outside. Another kind of cool one, it feels.
It is, and I mean, it's still kind of cool out there for the next couple days, but then we have high pressure rolling into the weekend, and then we warm up. And I know all of us are just heading back to work today, so you're probably thinking, why are we already heading into the weekend? Well, that's the next big weather change for us. We're going to see temperatures well above average into the weekend, but today we're still below average. I mean, current temperatures throughout the Bay still all in the 60s from San Jose, even into the heart of San Francisco. Behind me, that's a live look from Mount Diablo right now. Beautiful clear skies, but it's still partly cloudy over the Golden Gate Bridge. Look at the winds. They're starting to kick up. That onshore flow will stay consistent as we head into the evening hours tonight. We're going to see about 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts from that offshore to onshore effect just into our inland areas into that 6 o'clock hour tonight. So heading home from work this afternoon, it might be a little bit breezy as you're taking the dogs out to the park. Just stretching all the way into the evening hours that night. Now, daytime highs today, upper 60s, lower 70s off in those east inland hills. We're below average today also along our coast in the low 60s.